Hello again. Bit different from the last video. I don't think many of you actually watched it, but I was in a castle last week. Well, this week I'm in Greenwood Music. Beautiful spot in Cornwall, open to wild camping, bushcraft courses. You may remember me mentioning a couple of weeks ago, we're coming down here for a deer butchery course, which is tomorrow. Filming the camping as well. I'm down with a friend of mine, Ben. He's just down the other end of this little area of the woodland here. And we're by this beautiful river. Not too noisy, not too high, not too low. You can see signs of where it's flooded over the winter, but looking pretty good right now. And just picked out a little nook here to set up in. I say little, I've got quite a big tent, so we'll see how that goes. Now it's a beautiful day here, but it is probably chillier than it looks on the camera. I think it's getting down to -2 tonight, it said. So I brought hot tent. I thought last hot tent of the season. I got the Pomoli X4, I believe it is, Dome 4. And yeah, it was all in separate bags, so I just grabbed everything I thought was it, because I'm not too far from the truck here. Before I forget to mention, today's video is sponsored by EcoFlow with their new Riverside Plus and wireless power stations. Got one with me, and that's powering this weekend, so I'll get that out and we'll talk about it in a bit. The pegs are in here, that's good. Chunky ones. If I peg out the back here, I'll know where I can actually fit. Well, that's the layout. It's not super flat, but I've got a cot bed with me so I can level that. So that's all the bits laid out. I've not used this tent in probably over a year. I've used it twice ever, but I know the gist of it, so I should be able to get it up okay. Now I think I'll start with this one. I don't think it matters which one you start with. I think you are meant to put the poles in first, but I needed to see if this actually even fit in this spot. That's the 3 main poles in to get it up, and then I think there's another 3 to put in afterwards. So yeah, let's try and get this up. Then for the other 3 poles, start off with these small sleeves. Get them tucked in as well. You can see how unlevel this tent is right now with how this is suspended. And then we clip it on. What one's what here? Here we are. Get a little light in here. How's that a nice view for out the door? Right, let's get this stove jack open, which is 2 zips. Easy. I've actually taken all my stoves and hot tents to my container where I store stuff. And I just kept this one back because I knew it was going to be cold on this camp. Said -2, but we'll see how it goes. I've got the floor with me, which I was going to use like a half floor. But I don't think I'm going to bother because I've got the stove on one side and the cot on the other, so you know, they're both things that can damage a floor. And I'm not fussed about bugs. Getting a little bit blowy here. I'm just moving it because it was on a bit of a slope going backwards there. I think this actually looks fine. Oh, it's raining. Something nice to sit on with a beautiful view. Rain's just stopped again. It's trying. Did rain on our way down. It was a 5.5 hour drive down here. Pretty smooth sailing, to be honest, but this location is worth the drive. It's beautiful here and peaceful too. Got a nice stream there. My friend Ben is further up the river there, just set up in his hot tent. I'll show you that in a bit. But liking this. Right. Table, power bank, nearly there. Gonna get my TJM Metalworks lantern hangers up. Out of all the things I get asked to review or sponsor, the biggest one is power banks. Now, I sometimes take them because I can think of interesting videos to do with them, big powerful things, but they're not necessarily that practical for camping. Now, I've been using this EcoFlow Mini for a little while now, and it's been pretty great, but EcoFlow emailed me about sponsoring this video, and it's this. This is the Riverside Plus wireless, and it's got an expandable battery on the base. It is exactly what I was looking for, exactly what I wanted, and yeah, perfect for camps, two-nighters like this. So let me show you a bit about it. So right here, this isn't talking points or anything, but on the top you can see you've got a wireless charger there. But the great thing with this, what I've never seen before, is it is removable, has the USB-C on it there. It's brilliant. What a great idea. You've got like your base camp one and then your portable one there as well, which obviously charges off of this one. And if that isn't good enough, just check that out. So this is the EcoFlow Plus wireless, and this is the expandable battery. So apparently it's the only portable power station in the 300 watt-hour capacity segment with the expandable functionality of an additional battery. So it gives you from 286 watt-hours to 858 watt-hours, and it can also be used independently here with the USB-C. And yeah, so let's have a look at the actual power bank itself. So it's a little thing, but the second thing I noticed with this was the light. very handy for inside like a tent setup like this. Under the coloured display here you've got two USB-A ports and you've got a USB-C 100 watt port. Now the USB port on the battery expansion goes to 140 watts, which is pretty remarkable. Now you've got your 12 volt on the side here, and over on the other side you've got your AC power. So on my Mini I've just got the one on the side. On this, as well as the one on the front, you've got two on the back. Now here's your slot, so you've got your AC charge, you've got your solar and car input charge, and USB-B on the back there as well. And here is how you connect and disconnect that additional battery. So I put on the screen some of the things this can charge and power and for how long, with the two available battery expansions as well. But it's also a 10 millisecond UPS. That means you keep it plugged into the power, your computer or whatnot plugged into it, and it'll switch over from the mains to the battery backup within 10 milliseconds. So for most things that's uninterrupted power basically. I think the industry standard is like 20 milliseconds, so it's pretty good. So mine here is the Riverside Plus wireless with that detachable power bank, which I really love, to be honest. And within its kind of range, it's pretty high anyway, with a 600 watt output, and that's through 3 ports there, so that's combined. But you've also got something called X Boost, which is up to 1200 watts. And that allows you to plug in things that usually draw a lot more power, and you can still power them but underpowered, and you can get boost. A lot of things when you turn them on, they'll draw more power than they normally do, so you can get that boost without cutting it out. And you saw me use this in the car camp recently with the heater, and that heater is well overrated for this, but worked perfectly fine. As you guys know, I don't take that many sponsorships on this channel because I only take the ones from things I truly believe in and truly like the products. And the second I saw this, I absolutely loved it. It's, you know, there's 3 different ways of using this for me there, as the power bank with the battery backup for bigger, longer camps, and then just that little wireless portable power bank on there as well for going out hiking from a base camp like this. We're spending the day on the other side of this woodland tomorrow doing deer butchery and stuff, so I can take that along with me. Just absolutely great. Yeah, so thank you EcoFlow for sending that along. All the links and everything will be down below, and let's get on with this camp. Forgot my chair. Nice comfy wooden one, I guess. Yep. Don't mind if I do. Nice saucy saw. Oh, this chair is a bit weird. But yeah, I was going to pack my big chair, so I took my small chair out of the bag I used the other week, and so I've ended up with no chair because I forgot it. But yeah, these wooden kind of deck chairs have to do me for the weekend. Ooh. That's really nice. So this spot I'm under here is our little kind of group area where we're going to have a fire and whatnot. There's charcoal kiln over there and stuff, and we've got a load of firewood, as you can see, so only a bit of axing to do, no real sawing or anything. Just need to back the truck up a bit and get that out of the way. But should be a nice evening before an early morning tomorrow. Ben is cooking breakfast, and yeah, we're off to the meadow to do our deer butchery. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Well, this is Ben's tent. This is the Homestead 2, and it's the kind of poly cotton, technical cotton, canvasy version, and it's got a stove in there, nicely set up, neater than mine. But yeah, this is the same as the one I used that was black in my, what was it called, dark mode camp. And he's facing the river also. Don't know my own strength. Yeah, okay. It's not too bad comfort-wise. Had a couple of beers, so the fire is getting down to some coals now. So I need a couple of slices of onion. Get rid of this. Just get a couple of slices of that. I've got some 80-20 beef here, so just gonna make that into quite thin patties and get some salt in here as well while I'm doing it, and make a couple of burgers. That's the burgers. They don't have to be a very neat shape. I'm just going to season them again, and as soon as that fire is down to the coals enough, I'll get them on. Get this grill over the fire here. The TJM Metalworks again. Just going to start off frying some onion here. Burger time, and I think it's best to do one at a time here. That's good. That's good. I suppose I should get this flipped. Get some cheese on them and get our buns toasting. So there's my bottom buns. I've got some bourbon chipotle barbecue sauce, and if you're watching this video on the day of its release, this is the last day to get the sale prices on the sauces linked below. As I said last week, it was the last week. Today I will make the last day. So that's that. We need our burgers with our cheese, looking good. We need some of them onions. I do like onions. And boom. Here we go, 2 burgers. I was racking my mind on what to cook for this camp. We didn't know if we were going to do something together, because we're doing something together tomorrow after the deer butchery, so guess what that's going to be. But yeah, he's got a steak and I've got burgers. That'll do nicely.
Well, they do look good, mate.
Sorry, you can cook now.
Thanks.
Our fire reflector, the moss just dried out and went up.
It's a big thing. It's even bigger out of the back. I've got my cooked potatoes. That'll do.
This could be awful. It's fine. Hear the buzzards going off out there. Boiling in here. It didn't take long at all to warm up. I've got my tea and I've got my phone charging on the EcoFlow. Also got myself a gold bar, just a little something before bed. But pretty cosy in here. There's a couple of insects buzzing around and there was a slug on a piece of the firewood, but it is what it is. So I'm going to have this tea, warm through, get to bed. Early morning tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll probably show you snippets throughout the day, because it's going to be a busy day. And then when we cook dinner, Ben's actually doing dinner with the venison that we're going to butcher. Yeah, and then there'll be that night, and then I'll be doing breakfast the day after in the oven on the stove here. Good morning. It's quite noisy out there really. There's the river, the bird song. There's a woodpecker down there somewhere as well. Right, big day, suppose better get up. Right, we're up and Ben's got the fire going already. He's got a pot on. He's going to do breakfast and then we're going to get off to the meadow here for the deer butchery. I'll show you snippets throughout and then we'll be back here. Well, I think we're back here to cook dinner, or are we cooking dinner over there?
Yeah, we can be back here, it's fine. Yeah.
The world is our oyster. But yeah, slept really well last night, both of us. Just so peaceful. The river talking to you last night.
Yeah, it's a warble.
Yeah, it's them the bassy bits, isn't it?
Yeah. Look at that.
Cinnamon French toast, bacon, blueberries and maple syrup. Here it is, looks good, and I didn't have to cook it. Appreciated, Ben.
You're welcome.
Let's give this a go. Diabetes before lunchtime.
And I'll talk you through that. Now, another knife, and I don't use this very much, this is a Schrade, which are very good knives actually. It's a filleting knife, but it also works well as a boning knife, because you've got that bit of flexibility. Oh, that doesn't look a bad bit of meat, does it? No.
I live up in Alaska during the winter, and they say one move.
Flour. I always like this.
Some nice ransoms, wild garlic. We'll take some of that to the pot tonight. We've just finished our course and on our way back to our camp spot now. Well, we're back at camp now. We've collected some firewood, had a good time on the course. I just want to show you a few tidbits for various reasons. Obviously it's paid for course, but also because a lot of it's not suitable for YouTube as well and that. But yeah, it was a good experience, and we ate a few bits of venison, steaks and whatnot, and we've brought some meat back for our dinner tonight. So yeah, I'm going to chill for a bit and probably show you a little bit of cooking before going to bed tonight. Right, just wood wall again for the fire tonight. So you can do for bridging. Yeah. Okay. This is our venison from today. We're making some kind of chili stroke shepherd's pie type creation. I say we. Ben.
Yeah, hold on, what's the wee bit?
I'll be eating it, that's my
Your contribution.
my bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was going to chuck some of the beef in, wasn't I? Your what? I was going to chuck some of the... That venison's going to take a little while to cook, a few hours. So we've just had some kielbasa sausage on some green sticks over the fire. And apparently I'm told a bit of kielbasa with some American mustard's a good thing. It's not a bad thing, but I think it needs to be paired with a beer. Got an Arbor. I think I've had these before on the channel, and they're from Bristol, I believe. It's got a session IPA here, and it's got all the hops in that I like, so I should like this. Perfect. Perfect. Mustard sausage beer. Oh, this chair is a bit of a weird one to get comfortable on. It's okay if you're laying back. It is raining, it's been raining for a little while now. The fire's just outside of the shelter, but it seems to be doing fine. The Dutch oven's protecting the fire from the rain anyway. But that kind of brings me to a point about this woodland. It is actually an Atlantic Rainforest. That is a rare designation. It's rarer than a normal rainforest, apparently, like a tropical rainforest, and that's due to, you know, the flora and the fauna, the animals, the lichen and everything that's here, and gets studied quite closely, which is quite interesting. But it is beautiful, and will be more beautiful once it kind of all starts to bloom out as we enter spring here. It's just kind of budding now, really. But yeah, sun's going down now, and just having a beer and waiting for our dinner to cook and just chatting the evening away, basically. Oh, and my tripod's broken again, so yeah, filming's going to be a bit hard from now on. But that's my problem, not yours. Definitely bubbling on one side.
Yeah.
Keep looking up at this lantern thinking it's the moon at the corner of my eye. Well, our cottage pie, if you'd like to call it that, is ready with our venison, our wild garlic. We put a little bit of my minced beef in there as well to add a bit of fat. Got the potatoes on top. Can't remember anything else. Bit of cheese on top there as well. So here is the moment of truth. This is going to be hot, isn't it? A little red wine stock.
It's really good, isn't it?
Mmm. Oh, that's so tender. How many hours were we cooking in the end? It wasn't that long, was it?
3.5, I think
Yeah,
it was.
3.5.
The venison was on. Yeah.
Oh, that is good. Mmm.
Gosh.
Oh, yeah.
The cheese on top as well, I think, adds a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
I don't think I've ever slept so well as here. I've been really comfortable, and I don't know, maybe it's the sound of the river, maybe it's just the peace. Better get up, my turn for breakfast. Well, I'm up now, and it's not that cold. It wasn't super cold last night. I decided not to mess around with the stove, because the night before it got a little bit too hot just for a quick blast, but yeah, I just got straight in the sleeping bag. We did have quite a lot of rain. It rained all evening into the night, so yeah, couldn't possibly pack away a dry tent. And yeah, just so peaceful. He says there's an aeroplane seems to be coming. My turn for breakfast, so I should crack on with that, and I need to use the stove, so I'll probably have to open the doors because it's, like I said, not super cold. Right, let's get this party started. Put a couple of pieces in. Our wood wall. Start with a few smaller bits. First on with some bacon lardons just to cook through. Okay, I've just beaten an egg. I've got some pastry here. This is puff pastry. I'm making kind of a pinwheel type creation is the idea. So I've got some mature cheddar here. Give that some nice flavour. Quite a lot in there. I've also got some chives here. This is like 3 times I've used chives lately on videos. Okay, so let's spread that a bit. We've got our bacon. Looks pretty nice already. Right, now I've got egg to baste it, but I don't know whether to like just drizzle a little in there. I think I might. Just to help it sort of combine a bit. Alright, so that's everything. I can't give you a close-up because my camera is held together by twigs and gaffer tape. So we're just going to go for it. One shot wonder. And there we go. Should have left a little extra pastry at the end, but we'll survive. Now, it's not one too tall.
I haven't got a pastry brush with me for the egg, but I've kind of just drizzled it over. Look pretty good. Let's get them in the oven.
Oh, they're looking good, but time to give them a turn. That should do nicely.
Ooh, lovely. What have we got?
That's not too bad.
Lovely. Look at them.
Free to start you?
Yeah, that sounds good.
This tripod. It's 2 sticks and some gaffer tape around it just to hold the camera somewhat in place. But there's my pinwheels. And let's give it a go. I'm hoping the dough is cooked in the middle. Mmm.
Very nice, mate. Thank you.
Mmm. That'll do.
Mm-hmm.
That concludes another adventure and one of my favourite spots to date, to be honest. It's been beautiful down here. Before I go, I'd like to thank EcoFlow for sponsoring this video. Check out the links below and check out the River Free Wireless and all their other products. I've used a few of them in the past and they've all been pretty great. Thank you to Greenwood Music for inviting me down, and Ben as a part of that, and joining me here at camp. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next week. Goodbye for now.